Hello everybody, welcome back to the Roottrees are dead. Last time the Roottrees died and now there's a little catch up actually. So Roottrees and their parents died in a crash. We're trying to figure out who the whole family tree is to find out who the inheritance goes to. So this is new. After some time they returned with a new resource, a photo of Carl's generation taken in the mid to late 70s. Yes, okay. And then we need to get 9 more to unlock the next. So I'm considering everything with question mark, exclamation marks is new. Let's look at the free spirits first. This photo is a note attached from your employer. Every 20 or so years, the Roottrees would hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This is one from the 70s, and there must be a 90s one. That would be useful. And Carl's the teenager in the middle. There he is. Papa. Sorry about the water damage. A pipe burst in Carl's office. Why? What is? That's not too bad. On the back, this photo in childish print writing, it says November. There's a large number of cursive signatures that include Bonnie, next President Guy Hudson. Ooh, this is a lot of names. Ernie Jr. So maybe that's Bonnie then. Caroline, Gwyneth M, Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr, Jim Roottree, Clark, Carl, and Eli M. Oh my god. Okay, this is tricky. Right, let's save everyone. Bam. Bam. Oh, bam, 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 bam. Look at this guy's style. Whoa. Right. Eli. This guy's Eli. It says. Oh, Eli. From last time. We had an Eli, didn't we? Should I copy and paste this whole list? Yeah. I should, shouldn't I? Look, free spirit. It's even in the right place already. Free spirits, all these people. That's the smartest idea I've ever had. I think... Oh no, wait, sorry. I thought for some reason Bonnie was the person that wrote November. But I assume this person wrote November, but they might not be Bonnie. Especially if they have cursive signatures. So I think the person that's name isn't here is the person that wrote November. Unless November is a person. Is there a person called November? November. There is! Oh shit, okay. November is not a day, a month. So we're on this generation, the free spirits. Got it. It would make sense the youngest person is here. It would make sense for them to be November, because Miracle, maybe not. Miracle was the youngest, but his children might not be youngest. They don't look younger, meaning him. Do I have anything to go off? I don't, do I? Next President Guy Hudson. Okay, Guy Hudson. No, we don't. Okay, I think that's really interesting, but I don't think it gets us much. It gets us another photo of Roottree. Gets another photo of Roottree Miracle Jr. So let's put that on there. And also Gwyn. Is one of these people Gwyn? Is that Gwyn? Is that Gwyn? That's not Gwyn. Hey, but we can put in a photo of LaRue, can't we? Because we know that's you. Okay, wait, I'm confused. I've done something wrong. No, that isn't you. I've put you on the wrong floor. Sorry, get off there. How do I get you off there? Get off there. You're on this floor. Are you? This is the free spirits, which is this line, yeah. But why has he not got a second photo? Everybody else who's had 2 pictures, it's like said you can get a second photo, but so why is he not there? Am I getting my generations wrong? Roottrees the third. No, you're not. You're the free spirits. So why are you there? Because he's younger. That might be right then, because this family's so much younger because Miracle was so much younger and was therefore in the photo with that part of the family. Yes, that makes sense, right? That's because Miracle's in this photo, even though he doesn't belong to this generation. And then therefore the Miracle the Second is in this photo, even though it's Monk. Okay, so that is Miracle the Second. Oh my god, okay, right. That is Miracle the Second. A long way to say that is the man I thought it was. You must be this Eli then? You're the only Eli on this level, right? No, flipping heck. No, you're not. No, wait, are you? Yes. Eli might also be on this level because he would also be younger. Everything else will be on this level. Do any of these people look like this man? Not really. It could be him, could be him. They both have mustaches. None of them are wearing eyeliner. Okay. We don't have anybody else's name. Oh, we do. Wait, Carl, you were the man in the middle. I can't actually remember who was in the middle. You. Definitely said that right. Carl's a teenager in the middle, yes. Not the child in the middle. So let's put you in there. Wait for something to lock in. It's the first thing I've done. It's not going to lock in, is it? And then everybody else on this floor we don't know. That's surprising actually. We don't know anybody apart from Clark. Who was it that labelled themselves as future president? Next president, Guy Hudson. Okay. So Guy Hudson might go down in the presidency line. One of these could be Guy Hudson. Because he is president the second. We do know that. Look at me. Remembering things from last time. Just barely. He was second president. So it would make sense one of these people is the third president. But not enough to go on right now. Can I look up November? It's not a main character. But let's look up November of the month. Oh god. That'll get me a bit too much. Roottree. Why? What have I done wrong? Okay, well, next photo. Paris. This photo was a notice attached from your employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Reading out the battle photos. Couldn't make the reunion. Wish you off in Paris. Gwyn and the boys. So Gwyn... They look very funny. Film school. So these could be the same generation. Or they could be somebody else to Gwyn. They could be like Gwyn's partner. Why is Gwyn at this reunion? These ages are throwing me. That's definitely Gwyn. Gwyn and the boys. Gwyn has written from the boys. Yes, okay, yeah. That's why. Gwyn wouldn't be at the reunion, but the boys would be. I still don't understand what this means. Split up. These children are children of divorce, I guess. I just still think they should be attached, but I don't know. Let's assume this one is the elder one and this one is the younger one. And let's also assume they are two unknown males. Okay, right. Next photo. Wait, what did it? How many? Why have my numbers gone? It said there's no numbers on that one. Really? Okay. You don't get numbers on photos? Maybe not. Okay. This photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle in the corner of his office. The letter said, "To Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry you weren't able to attend the funeral. It's tradition to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on Earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects." Oh, that's nice. Though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for your work, for the work you three did together. Okay. So as well as cars are carried on. So Ernie, I assume, was a president. Fourth president, I imagine. As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to be Carl that convinced us to trust. Maybe not. And that it was no coincidence that happened shortly after a visit with Brenda. I feel maybe not then, because Ernie would have access to the trust and stuff like that, wouldn't he? Up until the end, Ernie had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. Nicole, child. We could never have done that much without the two of you fighting for us. Love, Debbie. So Debbie, Ernie, and Ernie. Let's highlight Ernie and pop in. Can you let me pop in, please? Ernie, Debbie, and Brenda are family. Do I have an Ernie, Debbie, or Brenda? So if they're similar ages as him, that could be any of them. Ernie, Debbie, and Brenda. I'm interested how if you're the second president, how did you become the fifth when you're only a generation apart? I feel like it must have. I don't know. There's something going on with this one, because I feel like maybe if you pass it down, you might pass it to a child, or you'd pass it to a younger sibling, which could be you. But that's a woman. It could be a woman, but they didn't seem very keen. But it might, change. But it could pass to you. But I don't think you were very keen. And then it would pass to you, so that would make, second, third, fourth, fifth. Unless you're not fifth, maybe somebody's going to be like up and coming. They are now officially the fifth. He could be the fourth. Potentially. Potentially. Right. There's 11 clues in this. Wait, what? And there's none in this. So photos do give you clues, but okay. I don't understand the system. This was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It had a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It's a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for her is simple: love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we didn't see eye to eye when it came to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CMA. Ooh, so this is a child. Can I click the baby? No. December. Is October? Is it October currently? What day is it? December. The baby might be born, or very eagerly awaiting birth. What an odd way to say something. So Stephanie is girls' generation, as in the Roottrees trio. Stephanie married. Yes, Stephanie grew up in the family, married outside the family. Obviously, that'd be weird if she didn't. And you fell out. That doesn't give us much though. Stephanie is arguably in the biggest generation, so. But who's married? Only you. And you. Only two of them. What's going on here? So maybe it's you. Split up. That would make an unconventional family. I don't know. Are you married? Can I see your rings? No, look at you. Cleverly hiding all your fingers. Or the important ones at least, I think. Okay. Maybe I could search for Stephanie. What's this damn family called? Stephanie. Was this like that? Roottrees. No Stephanies. Am I doing something wrong today? Am I spelling names wrong? Stephanie. No. Stephanie Cattrall. Oh, okay. Everyone's got different names. Stephanie. Why is that always two? There's always two of these people, isn't there? Let's try Stephanie Landon. Wait, this message was from CM. I was hoping that would be an answer. Stephanie CM. It wouldn't make any sense, would it? Their surname should be M. Cattrall? Stephanie? No. The Cattrall family over here, right? No, that's more. Oh my god. That's Morden family. Where are the Cattralls? Have we seen a Cattrall? Rafferty. Roottrees? We don't know. Roottrees. So maybe in here somewhere she might change her name when she gets married. These kids will become them. Yeah, it could be them. Maybe. I'm lost again. Stephanie Cattrall. Let's get to our computer. Cattrall. I didn't take note of the spelling. Oh no. 2 T's, 2 L's. That's what I did wrong. Ah. Okay. I'm surprised. Stephanie Jones. Ignore it. Don't look at it. Okay. You learn from election results page that Stephanie Jones, a candidate for City Council, won her campaign on election day about a month ago. You find no mentions of Roottrees in any articles about her. Stephanie also had a very bare bones website for her campaign. It is simply a picture of her campaign mailer, and underneath it says, "Be sure to read the full article in the Butler County Times." Can I do that? Butler County Times. This is where I get lost. Butler County Times periodicals. It's in there. Jones. Well, I'll type in Stephanie. Stephanie. The most recent mention of Stephanie Jones is a small report detailing the election results from her last month's campaign. Stephanie apparently won her election. She'll also find the full version of the website clipping on the back of the campaign mailer. Most of it's important. You find the following. She was born Stephanie Landon and her married to a local businessman owner Brian Jones. Landon, got it. Lived in Butler County his whole life. Her whole life. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father. With my mother and her partner, I essentially had an entirely female influence. Mother and partner. Interesting, okay. There are lesbians in this tree. Though she was assistant counsel at Roottrees, her mother Caroline, a local artist who appeared on the front page of the Butler County Times in the past, has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding the deforestation of indigenous trees to expand the maple farms. Unlike my mother, I'm not a fighter. I want to bring love to the world. Got it. Caroline, split from her husband, remarried. Could be you. You didn't get adopted though, so probably not. You? You're Rafferty Clark. Wait, what? Wait. You could be a mother. Wait, 1 minute. You could be a mother. It doesn't say which member of the family was the Roottree. You would be a distant cousin of the Roottrees if you were up and down like that. Stephanie Landon. Born Stephanie Landon. That doesn't make any sense. Like, where would Rafferty Clark come from? I don't know. I think you might be here. Should we put her in? I feel like I shouldn't. I've lost her as well. But I feel like we shouldn't put her in there. But it makes sense. But it didn't say her mother remarried again, but it didn't say she had any sisters. And no, wait, that's not how it works. No, that's not how it works. She wouldn't even be in the family tree if that was the case, would she? No. Oh, this one. It's obviously this one. Sorry. I looked at this a minute ago. It didn't make any sense because I didn't understand the guardian relationship. Stephanie's mother was married. They split up. Stephanie's new partner, wife, assumedly, maybe not at the time, adopted Stephanie. That is it. That makes perfect sense. Stephanie Cattrall, you are the other Cattrall, who's Sam. Your name wasn't Sam. Maybe back to that computer. Her mother Caroline, yes, born as a Roottrie, which would keep you in the family tree. Caroline, no, born as a Morden. Yes, to Zachariah Morden. Married unknown man. That is an unknown woman, and I assume that's an unknown man because they had a child. And then you are running with this fella who did have a name. CM, Caroline Morden. Did I not? I didn't check. I didn't check, did I? Does it say anything about Stephanie's partner's name? No. Okay. That's it. That's good. Have I exhausted that? Local artist. Caroline is an artist, so that's good. I need to know that. Yeah. Cool. Let's look up Caroline Morden next, and let's put artist in here as well. Artist right there. Okay, cool. We must have a picture of Caroline Morden. She is in the Free Spirit generation. Makes sense. She's an artist. So she is one of those, one of these people. Yeah, it's not helping. It could be any of them. You? I think this is her. Oh no, wait, artist. Look, she's got a beret on. Not to generalise, but I've only seen artists wear berets. Caroline Morden. Let's search the web. No, I'm not in the web right now, am I? How do I web? Caroline Morden. Bam. Caroline says a few websites, without much detail. She seems to be associated with a movement called P-Flag. Can I look up P-Flag? See if there's anything about that. Founded in the 70s, the acronym stands for Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. Parents and Friends of Lesbians. Parents and Friends of Lesbians. Is a friend of a lesbian? Because I think, maybe she was in the organisation and then was also a lesbian. That's not outrageous. Okay, right. I've now investigated everything on my desk. Yes, so let's go back to notable root trees. Let's find red root tree. That is red. Is it going to come up? Because that's obviously not their real name, is it? Oh, there we go. You find information on a website about strange historical facts. Aloysius herring root tree, aka red herring. Amazing. Is this gonna send me down a path that I don't want to be on? They were an appointed judge and politician who earned his nickname, ironically, because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. He served what some people contend is the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position and the Irish people. He then tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Roottrees Candy Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence, and he was defeated in a landslide. So he's not even... But it came out that his last name was merely a coincidence. So where would he be on the family tree? How am I meant to figure that one out? In a newspaper ad. It doesn't say. But it came out. It doesn't say what newspaper. In an ad? Maybe an ad's not true. I don't think ads are like the most sound source of facts. Can I search for his full name and get more info? No. Aloysius. It doesn't even say when. Ambassador of Ireland for 6 days. Ooh. Is Aloysius on here? Red. Aloysius. No. So what? Why are they on the important root trees list? Oh. He's a red herring. I'm confused. I'm confused about that. He's going to come back. He's going to be that guy that showed up, the one that was in the picture. Whoever that was. Sam. Sam is something to do with red. Did I write anything about Sam? I did not. Sam. Who is... Oh wait. Oh, I didn't need to save that. I need a new... Oh wait, I see. I'm not making headings. I thought I was making headings this whole time. Who is Sam? I've been doing it like that. I've been like making... Okay, I'm not good at the notebook, but I'm getting there. So, we've now got Elias and Gwyneth, who are the matriarch and patriarch of this family, all the way up here. Have I searched their names yet? The most important people in this thing? I don't think I have. Elias Roottrees was the founder and first president of the Roottrees Candy Company. You find what is essentially a propaganda site about him created by the Roottrees Candy Company. At the top, there was a picture of him and his... Okay, I thought it was against him. This picture's been added. Great. There's also a biography section that has some additional information. Elias is credited for inventing 5 pieces, a popular maple candy. Before that, the farm he inherited from Marin's wife only produced syrup. After 5 pieces became widely successful, Elias spent his time and energy on cementing his reputation as a family man. He is quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup, and that any child linked by blood to me shall be..." What voice does he have? Not this voice. Shall be linked by blood to my legacy. The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise but offers no additional detail. Sam. There are a few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man and the Roottrees Legacy by Bess Williams. To say they are very biased is a massive understatement. Below that, there is a long list of accomplishments and awards, and one stands out, like his great-grandson Carl. Yes, we know him. Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. Watchman. He was in Watchmen. He was Dr. Manhattan. Let's look up this by Bess Williams. Let's go to the public library, book title, and then Bess Williams. Let's have a little scour of this book. Published 1920, non-fiction anthology. An old book about Elias Roottrees. There's no downloadable version. Right. Well, that's great. Cool. Nice. I've got a picture though of these two old people. Look at them. Look at them both. Nice. He's got some nice blush on. She looks dead by about 3 years. This is a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth Roottrees. It was taken in 1909 after they founded the Roottrees company before it was a success. From what you found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable Roottrees list in evidence they've been marked on start chart. Yes. Let's put. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. And you are there. You are. I know your name. You are not your name. You are president. First president. Kabuya. What is it? It says not Kabuya. Who is correct then? Roottrees, Carl, and Zachariah. And then you're also in. Oh, that's good. Oh, booyah. Okay, not Kabuya. Were you just a housewife? You were. There was also farmer. You did have a farm, but let's put in housewife for now. Did I ever put in? Oh, you don't care about your job, do you? Sorry. I was going to put that you're a fashion designer in because I didn't think I did it. Great. That's good. Shall we have a little search about Gwyneth? I feel like maybe still, yeah, I've not finished them. So let's put in a Gwyneth as well, just to see if anything interesting comes up about her. Gwyneth. That is not the correct character. Gwyneth. Okay, yes, a new one. Clean her picture, yes. She was Gwyneth Anderson. She had no brothers, so as the older sister, she was inherited Anderson Maple Farm as long as she married. Before Elias took over the farm, produced only syrup. It was supposedly yes, to make candy instead. The success was not immediate until they decided to combine the maple with other flavours. Led to 5 pieces, which is still found in stores today. Expanded well beyond their original farm, it has been preserved as a tourist attraction. According to the website, there are still daily demonstrations and educational tours that show off many of the turn of the century appliances that Gwyneth would use as a housewife. Bam! Yeah, no, it shouldn't be celebrating that. Okay, that's it. That's all we know. Can I search for something like the first Anderson Maple Farm? Can I do a little spy search for that? This is the exact same page. Great. That's fine. Good job, us. So that is done. That will lock in as soon as I find. Oh, I wish I'd locked it in before, because then I would have finished off this. Yes. Right. I need to go back. I should probably go to like this one that's got 15 little things on it. There's a lot on here though. Should I go on Swashbuckle My Heart? Swashbuckle. Let's try have a look for this. Lauren Roottrees, we are going for. I don't think this is going to get us much because it's a fictional story, but you don't know. The game might pick out an interesting. Here's a little section where she mentions her husband. Nothing relevant. Okay. Well, that's fine. Got it. So who's in here? Right. So Clark's getting married. Far too young. He's barely 18 for saying Danielle. Clark is married to Danielle. So who is Clark? And who is Danielle? You might be Clark. No, you. I've already got your name in there actually. Wait, I've got everybody's name in here. Who? What's going on here? Get myself together. Have I got everyone's name apart from one? No, you could be Clark. And you could be Clark. Who are you? You're a woman. You, I think, are Clark. Clark? I've already put Clark. No, wait, that's not that Clark. Another Clark. No, wait. I'm reading something wrong. Take me back. And Danielle. Clark's getting married, in my opinion. Who's Clark? You... Is there a search button on here? Clark is her child. Clark is obviously her child. Oh, yeah. Okay, Clark is her child and married Danielle, I think. Potentially. Frank's Danielle. There we go. They split up. Interesting. Right. I don't have a picture of Clark. I do have a picture of Clark. I just don't know... I don't know who. Right. What else can we learn here? Jacob and I got married at 16. Yes. He's a free spirit. They aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers. Yes, the only one that has discipline is Carl, because Pop Force Carl. Yes, I knew that. I don't know if it was so bad. Our brothers all seem to pursue past knowledge, and the most rarest thing is bring home someone who should be illegal to marry if we did. Okay, that's interesting. I haven't seen any mixed race couples in photos, I don't think. Have I seen any like mixed race children? I haven't even. Apart from Wednesday. What was her name? November. You seem mixed race. Maybe so do you actually. Maybe you as well. Oh, I don't. I don't feel good about identifying people in this way. Did anyone have 3 children? But no, wait. So one of you. Wednesday could be. I don't know. This doesn't help me. Doesn't help me. But somebody with 2 children potentially married somebody who I assume is black. I assume that's what they're alluding to. The fact that it will be illegal. So I would hazard a guess that maybe this person here, and then these 2 are the 2 girls. But I don't really understand the youth. I don't understand where you came from. I don't know. I'm not looking at this right now, am I? Getting distracted. What else am I meant to learn about this, though? I don't know. So maybe this is Pop seems to have gotten over the mixed race marriage, because Edward, I assume, is set to take over his department. Edward, I assume, is the person that did it then. So what is Pop's department? What is Pop's department? And Edward... You're the only one I don't have a name for, aren't you? Who is Edward? Edward? Maybe you're Edward then. That would fit into the rest of my theory as well. Clancy Edward or Edward? Oh, blimey. Clancy Jr. Ha. I don't know the Fab Four's name. I searched that before, right? How about does history go? Have I not looked up the main thing? I don't think I have. The 5 pieces. Let's search for. I can't highlight that. Let's search for the 5 pieces, and then hopefully just tells me their names. That'd be nice. From marketing materials and various candy history sites, you learn that 5 pieces are the iconic candy. Yes, although they're no longer a company's only product that sell. Okay, is there anything about the people? 5 pieces of small, colourful shelled candy. Since the late 20s, they've been processed to shape a maple leaf. They usually have one flavour that looks like a berry. As tastes have changed over the years, so have the 5 flavours, but the shape's okay. There's also a history of print advertising website that claims to have 5 pieces of advertising scanned from a book called The Sweet History of Candy, Volume 2 by Charles Lee. Let's see if I can find this in the library then, because if the link's broke, I don't know. Oh, I did the wrong way around. There might be a, this one's named after this person. I'm printing! Yes! This is part of a book series about all things candy in the modern world. It starts in 1925 and continues on with a chronicle of the rise of mass production and global distribution. Okay, a future of candy, yep. You see the pretty much going on. Okay, yep. And I find a print advertisement of 5-piece candy. Oh wow, look at it, it's so cute. Oh. You found the advertisement in The Sweet History of Candy, Volume 2 by Charles Lee. Yes. It says the flavours are inspired by the children, and the order is grape, elderberry, melon, and you say miracle berry, elderberry. How does this help me? Grape? Who's called Grape? What? Oops, played the wrong thing. It's a miracle, a modern candy for a modern society. Roottrees 5 pieces contain 5 different maple-infused flavours. The Roottrees are a power family business, and our flavours are inspired by our children. G is for grape, E is for elderberry. Guessum? Where's it say guessum? Guessum. What does that mean? Miracle berry is a burst of beautiful blossom bend berries. That's a good slogan. Miracle berry is a burst of blossom. Oh, well, okay, maybe it says it wrong off the tongue. So maybe the first child is G, Gwendolyn. The second child is E, Elias Jr. The third child is CE for cinnamon extract. C, which is Clancy Edward. CE, there we go. And you are Melon, and you are Miracle. Okay, that's good. We got that. That helped get one person's name. You were Pop, and you had a job that you gave to this person over here, potentially. I don't know what that job was. We'll find out. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Okay, that didn't tell us much else though. Who are you people? Who are you people? Who is this man? Who is this man in the background? Is that... I don't know. I like that it doesn't even say anything about it. Let's search for one of these people then. Let's look for Elias Jr. Roottree. Shall we? Let's look instead, actually, for Clancy Edward Roottree. Let's work on this family tree because it's the best one. Clancy Edward Root. Oh, caps lock. Root tree. The Clanced, pronounced Clansed Trust. Okay, is a highly unusual corporate arrangement named after Clancy Edward Roottree, who was Elias's son and the Roottree County Company head lawyer. Head lawyer at the time. But these family trees work on their last employment, so I would assume lawyer. Due to the unique name, nature, it is brought often in line discussion of financial matters and inheritance as an oddity. The company mandates that a fixed percentage of its profits are split every quarter amongst bank accounts representing each direct... Oh, this is the trust. This is the trust. So all of its profits are split every quarter amongst bank accounts representing each direct relatives of Elias and Gwyneth. An account is created for each blood relative at birth, and first accessible when they reach 18. The actual numbers have never fully been disclosed to the public, but due to the ever-increasing success of the company, it's a significant amount of money. The Clansed Trust is known for being essentially impossible to get around due to many checks and balances written into it. Still, there have been a few situations where family members have tried to forcibly remove another member from the trust. More details online are pretty vague since the matters are handled internally. Ooh. The only information you discovered is from University Law School, which apparently has a guest lecture talking about the Roottrees versus RR. RR. Who's that? Robert Roottree? Something like that. While looking into the Clansed Trust, you often find mentions to the 5-piece guarantee, which went into effect at the same time. Okay, so that's how it works. That's the money that Sam was trying to get into the family, and that's who was trying to find out as well. I can't... University Law School. I don't have anything that will get me the Roottree fast as RR, but who is RR? Who is RR? Let me click on somebody and type in R. It'll be a Roottree, won't it? Which is 2 T's. I should know that by now. Robert? Yeah, Robert or Ronald. RR, and then RR also is probably related to CM. So CM is this person over here, and then RR. So Caroline sent a letter to Carl saying, "Hey, let's let bygones be bygones, and can you help my daughter out as she makes her way into politics?" But I can't figure out why. I don't know who RR is, and I can't. There wouldn't be an RR in this family tree because these are all Mordens as well. Interesting. Okay, not sure about that. Note time. I lost my notebook. Who is RR? There we go. Great. There we go. I've got 2 notes to just say who is Sam, who is RR. Who is RR? Person, family, doesn't like question mark. That's not a question mark. I'll remember it being a question mark, hopefully. Okay, the 5-piece guarantee. Let's search that for Spider Search. The 5-piece guarantee, in combination with the clan said trust, was Elias's Roottrees' attempt to ensure the Roottree family. Yes, in isolation, it is somewhat baffling. The yearly salary of Roottrees' president is always locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. When the 5-piece guarantee went into effect, this was 25 cents a year. Now it's close to $4. Combined with the clan said trust, however, makes a bit more sense. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president, and he knew that because the was tied to the profits of the company, they would invest investment. Oh, that's so interesting. They would have invested interest in keeping the company as profitable and successful as possible. Whether or not it's a smart, successful decision is widely debated both online and in person by comics enthusiasts. So the president only gets $4 a year for being president, but also gets a percentage cut of the company's profits. So that's a bit unfair, isn't it? That they got to do the work, but they don't get any more money than the people that don't do the work. All of these, these free spirits down there are making bank, while the president's just doing a million jobs. And RR might not have liked that, but we don't know why. There might have also been 2 fallouts in the family, I suppose. Maybe it was, RR and also Caroline didn't like something here. Who knows? Right, that is... Oh, why did I open that? That is everything I can learn from that. Maybe. What shall I go into next? Clark has still got a lot of things about him. I guess it's just because of the amount of names. Right, let's go further down. Right, so we read about that. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Sis has twins. Gwyn is Gwyn and had a divorce. We know that. She even told us the kids might come home next year so we can meet her kids. But free spirits from another, they'd all end up on the street, even Clark. Okay, so do I get anything from that? Zach's sister has twins. That doesn't help us, does it? Because we're aware. Can I type in twins? I can't, can I? Unknown twin. Who's Eloise? That's an interesting one. Why is there just one without a surname? And you got a divorce. That also doesn't help us in any way. What can I do with this information? Right, we have a Morden family. There's a lot of Mordens, I fear. Let's have a look. There's 3. How so? How did you get the name Morden but you didn't? Maybe you're RR. What? You married a man, took his name. Classic. You married a woman, kept your name, but you didn't get a Morden name. What happened here? I'm doing this in such a random order, aren't I? Let's look for Morden, Angelica. Angelica Morden. Nothing. Angelica Morden. And Angelica. It might be under her married name. Annoyingly. The internet sucks in 1998, doesn't it? Doesn't tell you anything. Can I just search for Angelica? No, that's not a surprise. Cool. We're on Gwyn for some reason. We know a lot about Gwyn. Let's look at Christmas Mission. We looked at Guys Like Us. Let's go to Christmas Mission. You find some information about old films. Okay. Christmas Mission on a page called Flops. It was a war movie about World War I released in 1955 that received poor reviews and lost his studio money. Gwyn Roottrees had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. You find no additional... Okay. It was marketed as an incredible true story, but no record of the events happening has ever been found. Okay, that was a loss. Okay, let's go back to this then. And let's go back to rolling on down to the city. There's 10 clues in rolling on down to the city. Do I have to really pay attention to that song? I don't think so. You are Elias, we know that. It's about civil unrest in the Middle East and people not caring about it. How on earth are there 10 notes on this? What am I missing here? The guys are rushed to same period. Ladies blush and find me so witty. They're out of luck tonight. You have a pity. Roll, down city. I don't think there's anything here that I could learn. I might misunderstanding how this thing works. 10 clues available, and all we got is the big old list of things. Is MMM an article? A periodical? MMM? What is this for? Keywords. Jim? What's Jim's surname? Jim Roottrees, I assume. I don't know if MMM must be a magazine. Where am I going? James. Well, let's put in Jim first, because Jim Roottrees. Nothing. I don't know what MMM is. James Roottrees. Nothing. MMM. MMMA. I definitely went on. I think I got MMM there, did I? Ah. It's a periodical. There we go. Modern Music Monthly. A magazine from the 40s to early 80s. It went out of business due to high competition. Right. There we go. Now I can access it. Interesting. Diamond? What's he called? Jim and Diamond, right? Jim and Diamond. Ah, here we go. Our reluctant hitmaker Jim goes into his first band. It did a few years ago. Diamond and I were in C and J and J and D with my cousin and his ex. Cousin. C and J. So that's Jim and Diamond. C and J. Cousin. That doesn't help me at all. But C and D. C and unknown male. It could be you. Could be Caroline and J. His ex. No, couldn't be Caroline. Clark never knew his family. Oh, Clark. We know Clark, don't we? Rafferty. J. That doesn't make sense. His ex. His ex. They never married. Clark Rafferty was a musician at some point. Let's just put it in for now. Interesting. We know more about Clark. So our Clark never knew his father, so our grandpa insisted he spent time with my dad and me. Okay. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jane, on the other hand, are actual sisters. So the four of us had sort of a cutesy family band thing going on. Not a finest hour. Regardless, when Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her younger sister, everything exploded. No more family band. The only thing Clark and I have in common was music. But even then, we never. Wait. So Clark cheated on a sister with one of the other sisters? That is madness. The only thing Clark and I have in common was music. But even then, we never agreed on what it should be. He was always more interested in catchy tunes, something you hum a week later. I've been told rolling. It's like that. But that was my goal. When we called me up, he said he liked it. I took it as a sign I was going in the wrong direction musically. I made him laugh by trying to make art. I don't mind saying any of this because he'd agree for most of the decade he was a mess. But he's a lot happier now. He started Raffertunes. Started to keep a note of. And he's much better jingle writer than songwriter. One of the benefits of our famous family is a massive company willing to be a client. That's also how my father was connected to Roottrees. All of his old ad campaigns were hung on the walls over the record player. So he's an advertiser in Mayan. That's also how my father was connected to Roottrees. All of his old ad campaigns were hung on the walls over the record player, but I was never interested in it. I just went straight for the music. I guess Clark was paying more attention. Right, so your father. What does that mean? That's how my father was connected to Roottrees? But your father is a Roottrees. I guess it means, like, in a professional sense. Maybe. Okay, let's search for Raffertunes. A website called Raffertunes. Oh, I've got a PDF downloading. Clark Raffertune LaRue's advertising firm. On it, there is... Oh, hey, LaRue. So he stayed with the younger sister. On there is an about page and you find a picture labelled the inspiration from a famous Super Bowl ad campaign. Below that is more detail. Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children. I love a photo. And when his wife was trying to get his youngest Katrina to calm down for the picture, he had the idea for the Roottrees Super Bowl ad. Okay, amazing. This means married, doesn't it? Doesn't mean it means it says split up, but does that mean you had to be married beforehand? You may have ended up with a LaRue, and there was only going to be 2 of them. Oh wait, those are the children, Jessica and Katrina. So it's either Kim or Jane. Seeing as Diamond is locked in, we don't know. Okay, well let's search for Diamond LaRue next then. You are Katrina LaRue, Katrina Rafferty, and you are Jessica. Well, that's good. Got a stat at least. And now let's look at this photo. Oh my god, that's not what I was expecting. Poor man. Oh, look at this sad kid. This inspired an advert. All right, got it. Got my photos. The inspiration for the famous ad campaign. Clarkson department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children and his wife. While his wife is trying to get Katrina, his youngest, to calm down for the picture, here's the idea. That's why he looks so happy. What? I don't know what about this inspired an advert. I want to see this Super Bowl ad. Can I search Super Bowl ad? Roottrees Super Bowl ad. Can I search that? Oh, that's not what I want to do. Unhighlight. Unhighlight. Take it back. Now I can't right click on it. Oh, it's not highlighted anymore. That's why. Spider search. Go. Has a family bickering in a department store, and the father bites into a Roottrees Mabel crisp. Time stops and a jingle plays where he dances down the aisle. Brilliant. It's about men not stepping up. As he does, different things in the department store become Roottrees candy. For example, a bed that the father collapses on to become a giant chocolate bar. The jingle need the rest. Wait until be featured in other commercials. That was scenarios. Okay, let's have a look at that. Do I get a song? When you're surrounded by madness and mayhem, reach for the best. There's enough there to share, but let's face it, you need the rest. Beautiful. Right, you are the youngest one, lady on the left. So you are Katrina, and you must be Jessica, and you must be unknown lady. That is showing me pictures of men. Oh, there we are. And you, all the way up here, blimey, are that man, who maybe not musician. You were in advertising. I assume it would put it in as. Cool. That's great. How many Raffertys are left? Just one. Chris Rafferty. Can I assume that you're Chris Rafferty, who I don't know anything about, but I'm assuming. And you are a LaRue. Okay, let's look at the LaRue sisters. Potentially not as important as I want them to be, but let's look up Diamond LaRue. I don't even know if it will come up with anything. It might just say the main page. It's a singer who sings with Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRue. Huh? Oh, this take me to James, yeah. Oh, well, let's see if it just says LaRue. No, okay. Great. That is cool. Have I looked at Clark Rafferty? There's a lot of things you can search, isn't there? Clark Rafferty. There's not a lot, is there? I thought maybe I'm just like so used to the modern world where Clark Rafferty would have a whole like biography online nowadays, wouldn't he? If he was part of this big family. Oh look! Oh my god! Well, I'm glad I searched for that. CJ and J&D released one single called These Times. Someone with the username Diehard Dazzler XXX scanned the cover and noted that it cost him about $200 at auction. Apparently this was Jim Roottrees and Diamond LaRue's first song together. He also mentioned that it was performed with Jim's cousin and Diamond's sister, and it was only somewhat similar to Jim and Diamond's later work. You can't find anything else about them, the band, or the single, and so it's all left to do is add the scan to your evidence. After a blazing fast 35-minute download, the track is available. Is time going up? I haven't actually noticed. Is time ticking forward in real life? Is that the time now? It's quite close actually. Oh my god, that's so interesting. Look at them, they look real. These Times, an old single, yes. Clark Rafferty, Jim Roottrees. Why am I confused with that? Backup vocals by the LaRues. Great. On its sticker it says that folk style singer catchy. Let's give it a go. Folk style songwriting, catchy. These Times. It's quite catchy. I can see what they said. I'm distracted. Okay, These Times. This is all I'm getting from it, isn't it? Can I search for magazine again for These Times? Because that got us something last time, didn't it? These Times. There we go. Skip It or Flip It has a short, pithy blurbs about new records. An album called These Times listed under the skip. Oh, single from them. 2 of the LaRue sisters. Why does it keep saying that? Are they famous? Let's Google LaRue sisters. Doesn't do anything new. Ugh. They really don't want me to find out about these LaRues. I think I've got 3 LaRues on here as well, and like, there's no internet about them. Even though you're a person, you're definitely a real person. Now, I don't know which one of these you would be. You got blonde hair there, so let's assume you got blonde hair there as well. There you go, that was easy. You got a beard there, so let's assume you got a beard there as well. You're bald there. Oh, I need to verify. This is, once again, a banger. Right, so let's look up. You're done. You're there, aren't you? You're not. You are done a bit. We did you. Let's look at Clancy Jr. then. Clancy Jr. Roottrees. Nothing. Clancy Jr. with a full stop. You're not a Roottrees? How? How's that possible? The internet. I don't believe it. Right. Okay, that means we're back to scrounging through my little book. Campaign made that 11 clues. This song is really catchy. Have we searched for Zachariah Morden yet? We haven't, it seems. This is a good way of finding out if I've searched things before, actually, isn't it? By going to the history section. Zachariah? Is that what I really did? Zachariah? Zachariah, there's an H at the end. There's not an H there. Well, what do you know? Oi, oi, oi. Making me go all the way. Zachariah Morden. Oh, I did it wrong again. Take me back. Zachariah. No information on Zachariah Morden. Okay, fine. Cool. Wasn't expecting that. Let's try someone else. Elias Jr. Roottrees. Nothing about Elias Jr. either. Why does this game hate me? I can open my door. Hello. Hello, door. Didn't want to do that really. Oh, hello. Mystery Comics. Tales of Suspense. Is there a clue in here? Oh no, I haven't even looked around my house. Is there a clue in my house? Hello? Oh. Oh, this is the volume controller of the music. I've been turning my game down, my computer down. Family Dooku. Are these Alphabet Davis? I don't think these are important. Stop red herringing me. Password. Got my password. I've got. Oh. The Roottrees are dead. Okay, right. I could have guessed that before I got to it, couldn't I? That's on me. Oh, I don't want this music playing this whole time. Turn it off. Take me back. Take me back. Take me. I'm stuck. I'm panicking. Okay, there we go. Right. I'm in my computer. I'm in there. Ooh. What do we think we can get out of any of this? Oh wait, look. We didn't have this. I probably did at some point. Her father was the head lawyer at the Road to Clanset Trust. So you are a lawyer. There we go. Bam. I think we must almost be there. We just don't know your occupation. We don't know Clancy Jr.'s occupation. I guess not. Because we only need 3. We've got 1, 2. Is something wrong? I wish I had like a marker that said if we filled out the whole section, but it's not correct. Because I feel like, yeah, I've got Rafty. Oh no. I've definitely got 3 in. You're fully in. You're fully in, and you're fully in. And it's not saying it's right. So unless you're not Elias M. Who is Lauren's brothers? Did I make a note of that? This is tricky. This is I've done something wrong here, but I can't figure out quite what. Roottrees, Lauren. Right, we're going back. This is what I've got wrong. This is what it's telling me. Something is wrong with the siblings. No wait, yes. Yes, the siblings. So Gwyn is the only child component loneliness. Right, yes. That is not that one. Clancy is definitely a sibling. I think I only put him in there because he is the oldest. And again, I only put his photo in there because he looks the oldest. So I could be wrong. I could have made too many assumptions. I've made quite a few assumptions. Clancy again. Okay, so next page is Sam. Sam is the interesting one. The next gens came. Secret meetings, actions, Queens in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle Boys, spent ages trying. Yes. Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. Okay, that's actually something that I should have remembered. Uncle Junior. Uncle means father's children. Partner. What? Patsy. Patricia. Why is there so many people with the same name? We know it's Patricia. Let's just put in Patricia Jones. Maybe we'll jog our memory in the future. So it's complicated. Clancy's voice was Sam working alongside the farmhands. Okay, so this is all about Sam. Eli is one of my brothers. So we've got Eli and Clancy. Right. That is what we've got so far. So maybe you're Eli though. Okay, and the rest is about Clark. So now let's look at this photo. Right. What does it say? I want Eli to stand all the way to the left since he looks a lot like Pa. We know what Pa looks like now. That definitely looks like Pa. But also maybe this guy looks like Pa. I don't know. I think you look a lot like him. They look really similar. So I think that's right. Well, that's the one that I'm worried about. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is a real nightmare. I've got more than 3, I swear. So Sam is this child still. Yeah. Who's this lady? We don't know who this lady is. We don't know who this lady is, do we? We just know they are of the generation. Wait, we should be able to figure out who Edward is. I'm so confused. No. Right, so you're not in this photo. But there's 2 women in this photo. There's 2 more women in this photo. But this one's called Edward. How? What have I done? How did I get Edward in the... Oh no, I really messed up at some point. There are 2 women in this line. And that's apparently Edward. Oh guys. I think this game... I love this. I love it. I love this game so much. But I am making mistakes. I'm making a lot of mistakes here. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Right, cool. That's great. Let's try Elias M. Roottrees. No. Elias M. No. Elias. What's the M stand for? Oh, I know who Elias is. Didn't need that, did we? It doesn't say. Okay, now here's something we could try to do. We could try and work backwards and just guess. Wait, let's first try Margolite. 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 Nothing. Cool. Now, here's the fun part. We pick a name. For instance, Ronald Roottrees. We haven't seen Ronald Roottrees at all. So let's see if Ronald is relevant. Nothing. Cool. Now the next thing is Wolf. One of them's called Wolf. That's cool. Jack Roottrees. I think these are probably the kids. So I don't feel like they're going to be in it. Imagine if I was spelling Roottrees this whole time. I was spelling it wrong, and all of these things were possible clues. Deborah Bean. I haven't searched for Deborah Bean, have I? Deborah Bean. This is getting ridiculous. Now this one here, it says, Granddad's children were architects, preachers and lawyers. Should we assume Elias was an architect then? Okay, there we go. Okay, we got something out of it. We really squeezed that blood from this stone. So those three are right. So we made a mistake with the siblings of the book writer, which might just be the picture. Maybe. Okay, what's going on? Scaring me.
It's time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour on the 45.
Type is going forward.
It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottrees' belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family from the mid-1970s.
Oh no, that would have been useful.
Carl had on his office wall.
Oh wait, no, don't I?
Interviewed a local psychologist
Do I have that?
about who would do such a thing and why. For that article, search online.
I have that.
WRTD News.
Is this lady that's working with me not on the upper level? What? Don't show me this. Update. Not long before they were set to return, you heard something odd on WRT radio. The photo you were given may have been stolen from Carl's office. Oh. Oh god, okay. We can search WRT. Oh, well, good thing it told me that, because I wouldn't have bloody done that. Spider search. Is our local investigative jazz radio station. During your news segments at 45 minutes on the hour, they have been talking about the plane crash. The most recent hour, they also talked about a picture taken from Carl's office after the plane crash and promised an interview with a psychologist. During the interview, it's revealed there wasn't a break-in. Instead, someone who had a key to the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to the recent storm. Oh, that's fine then. This means it was someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to posit the culprit had an alternative gender, specifically because nobody in the family has come forward to say they have it in their possession. Interesting. Hidden relative. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the Rootree curse being a real thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence on it." The Rootree curse? There's a long rambling conspiracy website with a small, very red text on a black background. It wasn't 90s web design just the best. It says the Rootrees are cursed. It has been very recently updated with the following. Important note, with Carl and Brenda and the girls, that makes 5 new deaths. Oh my god. Not only that, but 3 of the... Sorry, I don't know why that was a surprise. But 3 of the 5 presidents of the Rootree company have died mysteriously. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. Then Ernie Manson Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? Now, just this week, Carl died in a plane crash. This cannot be a coincidence. Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver and Ernie Madsen Jr. Do we have that person on the board? Oh no. Who is this person? Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982 and nobody was arrested. And then Ernie Madsen Jr. How? How did it get to you? You're confirmed 5th. So that means these guys, maybe both your children, or your children and then one of them, a Guy and Ernie Madston. And then it went over to Carl. Maybe. Maybe. Interesting. Interesting, that, isn't it? Because you're fine, you're assumedly still alive. So that must mean that you must be Ernie? This is the 3rd president? Ernie mustn't. No, wait. Guy's car. I think you must be Guy. Is Guy short for something? Guy Hudson. That doesn't make sense. What's Ernie's surname? Ernest Madsen. Ernest Madsen Jr. Okay, some things just don't go along lines, do they? Ernie Madston. Where are these families? Guy's a Hudson. Have I seen any Hudsons? You could be a Hudson. Oh yeah, it could have gone over here. It could have gone if it's going firstborn instead of... Because this was firstborn of the firstborn, so it could be firstborn son. So it could be the first... Maybe it's like a tradition. This goes to Guy, who's over here, because you could be a Hudson. They could both be. They're twins, I believe. Maybe. I think I read somewhere they were twins. There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5-piece wrapper, it's created a Mayan ruby skull. Wow, I want to see that. the post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corners, simultaneously 4-day time cubes. What? How Earth has 4 corners, simultaneous 4-day time. I don't know what I was saying. Can't even read. Entry from a few months ago claims that the owner of the site received an email from Chief Raff 75 at Prodigy US asking him to take down the site with fake proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. was actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. Oh. Ernie Madsen Jr. The owner claims that although the proof looks quite credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. The first entry is from 1996 and is a blog picture of the Roottrees Candy Company factory, seemingly taken by the website's author from behind a fence and through some trees. It seems that Operation RT-29 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land. Okay, let's look at that then. Did I get any pictures? Did it not give me any? It's talking about so many pictures in this page. So I think maybe Ernie Madsen Jr. could be. There's 2. Is there 2 Ernests? Ernest. There is. I think this might be you and one of you. I think that makes the most sense. That would introduce Madsen's earlier in the family tree. So I think you're Ernest Madsen. And then you might be Ernest Madsen Jr. Ernest Madsen Jr. because you were second to be president. I'm assuming a little bit here. Which then... But Guy wasn't a Madsen. Guy was a Hudson. I don't know where a Hudson comes from. How many Hudsons are there? There are 3. Well. How many Madsens are there? They're all accounted for. Wait, what? Are they? Where exactly are these Madsens accounted for? Help. What's going on here? Where are these Madsens? I'm so confused. Wait, you're a Madsen. Gwyneth's a Madsen. There are a lot of sources of Madsen, but all of them are dead ends. Dead ends. The spouse here is a Madsen. The original Gwyneth was a Madsen. And that means you probably aren't Madsens then. Because you wouldn't be a Madsen. Let's get rid of you. Sorry about that. Oh man, I really thought I was on something then. I don't know where the Madsens are coming from then. There's only 2 of them, so it might be like Bam Bam. I don't know. What have I learned? Nothing. Great. I've gone back. I know that Madsen's let's make a note of that. Guy, second, third, Prez, Ernie, Madsen, Jr., 4th. And maybe that's why I couldn't find the juniors. Yes, Ernie Madsen Jr. as opposed to Ernie Jr. Madsen. Maybe that's why I couldn't find the ones earlier. Let's have a look at Operation RT-29. You find more conspiracy websites. Some people out there claim that the Roottrees are changing the candy recipe to include more and more chemicals, and that it was done in cooperation with bad actors from an unknown government. They claim that due to a loophole in the calendar, it's possible to get away with nearly any crime on a leap day, so long as it isn't discovered until after the day is over. Oh my god, they have Purge. And that every 4 years on a leap year, the Roottrees company hosts a meeting with foreign agents to conspire to poison our children. Their proof is the Roottrees candies contain polyglycerol. An ingredient of the candy that wasn't there when it first released. They claim it is added as an attempt to addict people and eventually induce mind control. The website claims to sell pills that counteract this effect to children that have already eaten Roottrees candy in the past. You do an additional search for polyglycerol, and it seems to be emulsifier and chocolates approved for the FDA and widely used. Okay, great. So this doesn't really lead us anywhere. Just people think there's mind control in our candy, but that's nothing we've not heard before, is it? I want to find this skull. What is this, like Mayan fear skull? Don't think it's on that one. Cool. What did I learn? Nothing. Let's look at Ernie Madsen Jr. Can I go back and just copy his name? Ernie Madsen Jr. Where is he? There he is. Nothing. What do you mean nothing? What do you mean nothing? Let's look for senior. Nothing. What do you mean? Oh, Ernest. Ernest. Oh, well, this website, This website blows. We've got rid of some of our things though, but weirdly, there is now 11. I feel like that's gone up. Oh no. Supporting Stephanie. We looked for Stephanie, didn't we? We looked for CM. We looked at Butler County Times. What did I miss? What did I miss? I don't know. This is not the one that was taken in 1975. This is the one that was taken in... This is the one that was taken in 1975. They said maybe this was... Look, she's got her hand behind her back. She's a murderer. She was planning it all those years ago. She's got a knife in that hand. I can't believe it. I can't believe she did this to Carl. Interesting. Sam is here. Do you think that makes Sam the oldest of the oldest, maybe? Sam Cattrall. Let's investigate Sam Cattrall. Why are you in this photo? Sam Cattrall, if that is your real name. It isn't. Yes, it is. I've already searched you, literally today, in this episode. I remember doing that. Well, I am at a dead end again. I've just noticed something. I just said one of the Madsens was the original Madsen. I don't think it was. I don't think also Nicole Madsen is correct. There are 2 of each of these names. I picked the wrong one both times. That is Nicole Smith, I assume. And that is Gwyneth. It definitely said Gwyneth, didn't it? Not Gwyn. Well, it wouldn't be Gwendolyn. So that is Gwyneth Anderson. There is a family of 4 Madsens out here. That changes not many things, but it does change it slightly. You're a politician of some sort, so let's put you in politics. Why didn't I do that earlier? I don't know. Oy, oy, oy. You must be a Cattrall. You must not be a Cattrall. Is there 2 Stephanies? How am I doing this? How am I picking the wrong name every time? I actually don't know. I don't know how I'm being a fool every single time. So you must be... I don't know whose name you'd have at birth, right? So you would be Mark Landon. We don't know who you are. Can we guess? Can I try and guess at your... I'm having a bad day. I'm having a real bad day. I can't believe it. I just said I guessed you were an artist. I had your name wrong. I had your name wrong. Oh, I can't believe it. And our phone's going. Hello.
So you may have heard the news. Some of Carl's things have gone missing. That includes the pictures and mail I brought you earlier.
Yeah.
I promise I didn't steal it.
Okay.
But I did borrow it.
Okay.
I'll return it once we're done. Let me deal with my family in the meantime.
So we're talking to one of them.
I guess that means I've officially confessed.
Who are you?
I'm a root. I assure you I have a reasonable explanation for the secrecy. I'm about to do something big the family doesn't approve of.
Oh.
If you could just wait a little bit longer,
Okay.
I'll tell you more.
15
in
more?
person. I'll return after 15 more blood relatives.
Oh, it's going to be a long episode, that one. Did we get anything new as well? Just a story update? Just a story update. Well, there we go. That's what we've got to go on today. This game is getting hard. I am having a great time. I really am. But oh god, this is tricky. I'm not good with names. I'm not good at guessing. You know, in Sudoku. Anyway, it's not important. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time for more The Roottrees are dead. They will still be dead, and I will still be here. See you there. Goodbye.